What's up, guys? It's Misaka, and today we're diving headfirst into the weirdest, wildest, most what-were-they-thinking tourist attractions on the planet. We're talking places that'll make you question reality, scratch your head, and maybe even book a flight because, hey, who doesn't love a little bit of bizarre in their lives? Get ready to see a museum dedicated to, well, you'll see. We've got walls plastered with chewed gum, yum, a temple overrun by rats, not kidding, and an underwater world guarded by statues. Buckle up because things are about to get strange. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the weirdness. First up, we're heading to Iceland, the land of glaciers, volcanoes, and some of the most breathtaking natural landscapes you'll ever see. From the icy blue glaciers to the fiery volcanoes, Iceland is a country of contrasts and extremes. But did you know that Iceland is also home to one of the most unique and, let's say, eye-opening museums in the world? Yes, we're talking about the Icelandic Phallological Museum. And if you're wondering what that means, well, it's a museum dedicated entirely to penises. Yep, you heard that right. The Icelandic Phallological Museum is home to the world's largest collection of, specimens. Inside, you'll find over 200 penises and penile parts from nearly every mammal you can imagine. From the massive blue whale to the tiny hamster, this museum has it all. It's a fascinating and somewhat bizarre collection that draws visitors from all over the globe. Whales, polar bears, even a tiny hamster, they've got it all. Each specimen is preserved with great care, ensuring that visitors can learn about the diversity of mammalian anatomy in a way that's both educational and, let's be honest, a bit quirky. Now, before you click away thinking this is just some weird, shrine, it's actually a serious scientific collection. The museum was founded by a former teacher, Sigurdur Hjartarson, who started the collection in 1974. Since then, it has grown into a respected institution that collaborates with scientists and researchers from around the world. Each specimen is meticulously preserved and displayed with detailed information. The museum provides educational insights into the biology and anatomy of different species, making it a valuable resource for researchers and curious minds alike. Still, you gotta admit, it's pretty wild to think people actually pay money to see this stuff. The museum attracts a diverse crowd, from scientists and educators to tourists just looking for something out of the ordinary. It's a place where you can learn, laugh, and maybe even be a little shocked. But hey, different strokes for different folks, right? Whether you're a serious scholar or just someone with a curious mind, the Icelandic Phallological Museum offers a unique experience that's sure to leave an impression. So, if you ever find yourself in Iceland, why not take a detour and check it out? You might just learn something new and have a good laugh along the way. Next, we're taking a trip to San Luis Obispo, California, home of the infamous Bubblegum Alley. This quirky and somewhat gross attraction has been drawing curious visitors for decades. Imagine walking down a narrow alleyway, walls towering over you, but instead of bricks or graffiti, it's completely covered in chewed gum. Yes, you heard that right. Chewed gum in all colors, shapes, and sizes. The walls are a mosaic of sticky, colorful blobs, each piece telling its own story. Some pieces are fresh and vibrant, while others have been there for years, hardened and faded. Thousands upon thousands of pieces of chewed gum, stuck there by locals and tourists alike for over 50 years. It's a tradition that has spanned generations, with each visitor adding their own piece to the ever-growing collection. It's colorful, it's sticky, and it's honestly a little bit nauseating. The sheer volume of gum is overwhelming, and the smell can be quite strong, especially on a hot day. Legend has it that the tradition started after World War II as a sort of rivalry between high school students. They would stick their gum on the wall to mark their territory, and the tradition just stuck, literally. Whatever the reason, it's become a bizarre landmark that people travel from all over to see and smell. It's a popular spot for photos, with visitors posing in front of the gum-covered walls, often adding their own piece to the collection. Just, maybe don't bring your chewing gum on this trip. Or if you do, be prepared to add it to the wall. It's a unique experience, to say the least, and one that you won't soon forget. So if you find yourself in San Luis Obispo, take a stroll down Bubblegum Alley. Just watch where you step. Hold on to your hats and your snacks, because we're about to enter the Karnimata Temple in India, a place where rats aren't just tolerated, they're worshipped. That's right, this temple is home to over 20,000 rats that are considered sacred. Visitors come from far and wide to pay their respects to these furry little creatures, believing them to be reincarnated souls. They even eat food that's been nibbled on by the rats, considering it a blessing. Now, I don't know about you, but the idea of thousands of rats running around my feet isn't exactly my idea of a good time. But hey, to each their own, right? Chapter 4, Underwater Sculpture Park. Diving with the Dead, ready to dive into something truly unique. Off the coast of Grenada lies an underwater world unlike any other, the Molinari Underwater Sculpture Park. Here, instead of colorful coral and fish, you'll find over 65 life-sized sculptures anchored to the ocean floor. Created by artist Jason DeCaires Taylor, these sculptures are hauntingly beautiful and serve as an artificial reef promoting marine life. Imagine snorkeling through crystal-clear water, surrounded by these eerie figures. It's like swimming through a scene from a dream, or maybe a slightly creepy music video. Either way, it's an experience you won't soon forget. Chapter 5, Toilet House. Number 1. Attraction? Ever feel like you're flushing money down the toilet? Well, in South Korea, they built a whole house dedicated to it. The toilet house, also known as the Haewuji, is exactly what it sounds like. A giant toilet-shaped building. This architectural marvel was built by Sim Jae-duck, a former mayor and plumbing enthusiast. Go figure. It even flushes. Okay, so maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, or should I say toilet bowl. But you gotta admit it's pretty memorable. Chapter 6. Paris Catacombs. 6 million skeletons and you. Beneath the charming streets of Paris lies a darker, more macabre attraction, the Paris Catacombs. Imagine descending deep underground into a labyrinth of tunnels lined with the bones of over 6 million Parisians. These aren't your average graveyard skeletons either. They're arranged in intricate patterns, stacked high to the ceiling, creating a chillingly beautiful and thought-provoking spectacle. The catacombs were created in the 18th century to solve the city's overflowing cemetery problem. Today, they offer a glimpse into the history of Paris and a reminder of our own mortality. Chapter 7. Island of the Dolls. Nope, nope, nope. Just south of Mexico City lies a place straight out of your nightmares, the Island of the Dolls. This eerie location is not your typical tourist destination. Instead, it's a chilling reminder of a tragic past and a testament to one man's obsession. This tiny island is covered in hundreds, maybe even thousands of old, decaying dolls hanging from trees, fences, and buildings. Each doll is more unsettling than the last, with missing limbs, cracked faces, and empty eyes that seem to watch your every move. Legend has it that the dolls started appearing after a young girl drowned in the canal. The story goes that her spirit remained restless, and the dolls were meant to appease her troubled soul. The island's caretaker, Don Julian Santana Barrera, began hanging the dolls to appease her spirit. He dedicated his life to collecting and displaying these dolls, believing that each one housed a fragment of the girl's spirit. Over the years, he amassed an enormous collection, turning the island into a macabre shrine. Whether you believe the story or not, there's no denying the creepy vibe of this place. The atmosphere is thick with an unsettling energy, and the sight of so many decaying dolls is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. The dolls' blank eyes seem to follow you, and the whole island feels heavy with a sense of sadness and dread. Visitors often report feeling an overwhelming sense of unease, as if the dolls are silently watching and judging them. Some even claim to hear whispers and footsteps, adding to the island's eerie reputation. Whether you're a believer in the supernatural or a skeptic, the Island of the Dolls is a place that will haunt your dreams long after you've left its shores. Chapter 8. The weird and wonderful world we live in. So there you have it, 7 of the most bizarre tourist attractions from around the globe. From penises to bubblegum to holy rats, we've seen it all. These places may be strange, but they're also a testament to the diversity and, let's face it, weirdness of human culture. Who knows what other bizarre and wonderful places are out there waiting to be discovered? Maybe we'll find out together in another video. Chapter 9. Like, comment, subscribe, let's get weird. So what do you guys think? Which one of these bizarre attractions would you be brave enough to visit? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this wild ride through the weird side of tourism, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content. And hey, if you know of any other bizarre places that should be on my radar, hit me up in the comments. Until next time, stay curious.